Dennis Hatch ranked number 34 in the world against Buddy Hall in the U.S. Open 9-ball championships. Welcome, everybody, to Chesapeake, Virginia. Dennis Hatch on the break. He makes a ball on the break. And welcome to the Holiday Inn, Kim Prince, along with Mike Sigel. And this is quite a story. Ranked number 34 in the world, only 20 years old. He has come all the way through this field to make it into the finals against this man, Buddy Hall, more than twice his age, 46, but ranked number 6 in the world right now.
This is really amazing. You can see Dennis Hatch immediately broke from the same spot that Buddy Hall broke in this previous match, making the corner ball, and he's got a good shot at the 1 ball. He played the 1. He drew the cue ball back a very little bit. He's got a pretty easy shot on the 3, the red ball. He's concerned about right now, the 6, the green ball, almost right in the center of the table. He doesn't want to get snookered or have the cue ball hide behind that ball, so he has to be a little concerned. See, he slid. He's very close to the ball, but he has a good shot.
This is the farthest that young Dennis Hatch, nicknamed the Hatchet Man, has ever come in a major tournament.
He's really playing. You know, I really didn't watch his game during the tournament, but all of a sudden I look, he's in the finals. I mean, he's playing very good. He got a little careless here, though. Now, he's really what we call on the wrong side of the ball. His angle should have been, the cue ball should actually be more to our right by at least 2 feet, because where the 6 is, the cue ball now has a chance to hit either the 9 or the 7 or the 8, which you can't really see right now, but it's on the other side of the table. So he's following the cue ball 2 cushions. So, you know, he had to shoot that shot that way, and look, he's going to wind up with a very tough shot now. He's what we call on the 50-yard line. He doesn't have an easy shot for the corner pocket. He doesn't have an easy shot for the side pocket. Getting back to this shot on the 4, if he would have positioned the cue ball for the 5 ball, he would have had a much easier shot to get to the 6 if he had the right angle on that ball. So he has to really be aware of those shots. And now you saw the result. That's really a big mistake for the opening game. You don't want to give your opponent an easy opportunity because everybody's a little nervous. They got a little jitters going on. That was a very big mistake for the opening game.
Well, I think under the circumstances, Dennis Hatch can be accorded a bit of nervousness. This is his first time in front of television. This man, on the other hand, has won over 70 major titles, has been competing for longer than Dennis Hatch has been alive.
Yeah, Mr. Experience over here. I've played Buddy many times in tournaments. He's very tough to beat. All right, he played the 6. He's trying to follow the cue ball 3 rails around the table. Look how good he hit that shot. You have to notice the speed of the cue ball is so important when you're playing any pool game, especially 9-ball. He's going to play the 7, slide the cue ball, hitting it low, slide the cue ball a little bit to our left for a fairly good shot, easy shot on the 8 and the side, and he's probably just going to play the 8, follow the cue ball a little bit off the rail. They make it look so easy, don't they, Kim? It's amazing, isn't it?
Over $90,000 for both the men and women in this U.S. Open Championship. A race to 9 in the finals. And so Buddy Hall gets the first game of the finals of this U.S. Open 9-ball championship.
Hall leads the match 1-0.
And hello again, everybody. Kim Prince, along with former U.S. 9-ball champion Mike Sigel, and welcome to this year's edition of the finals of the men's U.S. Open 9-ball championship. Well, I think we might say at this stage, Mike, that the early stage anyway, that Dennis got a little bit nervous in that first game.
Yeah, he had a game he really should have won. He got a little careless on the positioning for the 5. Therefore, he had a much tougher shot on the 6, missed it, and gave Buddy an easy game. But I think Dennis is very determined. He's a very good player. He breaks hard, shoots very straight. I think as the match progresses, he's going to play a lot better.
And Dennis is only 20 years old. Buddy, on the other hand, 46 years old, has been competing for almost 30 years. That has to be an advantage, especially in the finals.
Oh, it's an amazing advantage. And Buddy's experience, as we watched him before, he's very methodical. He knows exactly what he's doing. He plays the game very precise. And I believe this is going to be the young, determined player against a much older, experienced player. I think it calls for an extremely good finals.
And you always like to have that kind of opposition. So let's take a look then at how each of these men got to the finals. This tournament has been a double elimination tournament. As you can see, Dennis Hatch, the only player not to have lost a match. Conversely, Buddy Hall has moved through the losers bracket, beating Johnny Archer in the semis, and now he faces Hatch for the championship. Welcome back to ESPN's continuing coverage of the Professional Billiard Tour. Today, the finals of the U.S. Open 9-ball championship. The rules really quite simple. The balls are shot in numerical order. The winner must pocket the 9-ball, which can be done on the break, and it is a race to 9 games. Dennis Hatch leading 2-1 against Buddy Hall on the break.
Now you can see Dennis broke from the exact same place Buddy broke from, but he didn't hit the balls quite solid. And he didn't make the corner ball, which has really been going in almost every game. So he's given Buddy an opportunity here to win this game. You know, it's funny that I haven't seen too much of what we call cue ball in hand. That's another rule where if you don't hit the lowest numbered ball on the table, or if the white ball goes in a pocket, the incoming player can actually pick up the white ball and put it anywhere on the table he likes. That's my favorite shot.
This is the finals. There is a full house here in Chesapeake, Virginia at the Holiday Inn. Barry Berman, the promoter, has filled the hall one more time. Here is how the table lays out, Mike, for Buddy Hall.
Well, he played the one. He drew back actually not quite far enough. He can make the 2, but he's got a little bit, I think, more angle than he would really like. So 2-ball is the blue ball right here next to the 7-ball. And what he's going to try and do is he's going to try and play the 2, hit the cushion on the right-hand side, and come out probably near the center of the table again for the 3, the red ball, which is up table. There's made a nice shot. He's going to hit the cushion, bounce off. He's really aware. He wants to make sure he's on the right side of the ball. Now, you can see the 4 and 9 in the lower part of your screen here. That could be a combination, or he may play for the 4 ball. I'm not really sure. That's a decision he's going to have to make. Now, a lot of times the players have many different choices. So, therefore, that determines on which side of the ball they're going to try and play their angle. All right, he chose to play the 3, bounce off the rail, and play the 4 in this pocket. Now, he could have gone for the combination, but I think he made the wise choice. And look how perfect he put that cue ball there. That is amazing. I mean, people don't realize how tough it is to move the cue ball all the way around the table, and the speed of the shots is so important.
This has been quite a week for Buddy Hall, 46 years old, nicknamed the Rifleman. In his semifinal against Johnny Archer, he was down 7-1 and ran 8 games in a row. That's how he got here. He was out of it and came back to win.
Yeah, that was amazing. Well, Buddy knows in a race to 9, he knows he can run 9 racks. He's done it before. And, you know, you're never out of it until the last 9 ball is made. All right, now, another thing, they're playing fouls on all balls. If you touch any object ball, that would be a foul, just like scratching, and the incoming player could take cue ball in hand. So if the cue ball is near a ball, which in that case is 7-ball, you must be aware of not touching any ball. One time a guy fouled a ball, he had long hair. This is in the early 70s, and his hair touched one of the balls, and the referee said foul. And he said, what happened? He says, oh, your hair touched the ball. So anything that touches the cue ball is definitely what we call a foul. All right, he's got a nice shot on the 8. You can see he always plays for a little bit of an angle. Notice he's going to play the 8, hit it with low right English, bounce off the cushion, and come across the table. Absolutely perfect.
And a near-perfect week for this young man, Dennis Hatch, who has come through this field, ranked only 34th in the world. Buddy Hall, 46 years old, now draws this even to 2. At the end of 5 racks, young Dennis Hatch leads 3-2, and now he is breaking Mike from a different side of the table.
Yeah, now that shows a lot of experience for a 20-year-old. He didn't make a ball on the break. He was breaking from the right side where we saw the corner ball go in. He didn't make a ball on the break, and he immediately switched over to the other side. That's something that you would think a guy like Buddy Hall would immediately do, but you know, that, like I said, that shows a lot of experience, and he did get a great result. He made a ball on the break, and it looks like he's going to play a safe here. Played a nice safe. He hit the 2, the blue ball right behind the 7. Now, he wants to try and get what we call cue ball in hand. Buddy has has a tough time even trying to hit this ball. I think he's got to hit the cushion first. See what he's trying to do now. He's going to hit the cue ball with a little bit of left-hand English, hit the cushion just before the 2, the blue ball, because he can't hit the ball straight on. The 7's in the way. So he's going to try and hit the cushion first. I think he's trying to probably play a safety here. Look at this. Wrong. How about that shot? That was, now that was a rail first shot. That was unbelievable how good he hit that ball. I thought he was playing safe, but he surprised me. Look how good he hits this. Now watch. Look at the English, hit the cushion, and look at that. That is amazing. All the way down the rail, never touched the rail. Look, boom. Well, that's why he's in the finals. That was over my head. And look at the perfect position on the 4 ball. That was a great shot. Well, that was a great shot. He's got a nice, easy shot on the 5. Well, things are hot. They're hot. Boy, I'll tell you, Buddy he's playing incredibly. He had a kind of a dry spell there for a couple of years, but his game has really come back, and you're seeing the results of that. He's really playing some phenomenal pool.
He has won 3 tournaments already this year.
Yeah, he's really hot. I mean, you can see, look how good this guy runs out. Watch. He always has these easy shots. People watching at home are saying, boy, this looks pretty easy, doesn't it? The thing is that what the top players do is once they do come with a shot like that 2 ball or make a difficult shot, the better players always get what we call in line. The rest of the shots from there on out look fairly simple because they know where to position the cue ball. Obviously, if the cue ball's right where it is right now, the 8 straight in the side pocket, it's an easy shot. That's why the game always looks so easy. So Buddy does that probably as good as anybody that's ever lived. And again, he's going to draw the cue ball, hitting it low, foul through. He draws the cue ball to the rail, comes back and has a very good shot on the 9 to win this game. Wow, isn't that something?
And so the man who has won over 70 major titles now draws even at 3 apiece. This is the do tell, pretty boy. Well, right now, Dennis Hatch and Buddy Hall are trying to hustle each other, but Hatch leads 5-4 with Buddy Hall on the break. He makes 1 ball in the side pocket. And Mike, how does the table lay out for him?
Well, you can see that Buddy is still staying over to his preferred side. He made 2 balls on the break, the 1 and 6. And even though Dennis switched the break, you can see the cue ball is right there. Now, he has a shot on the 2, but it's a pretty nice little cut shot. And the 3, as you can see, is up table near that corner pocket. Now, his problem here is he can play the 2. It's really not that tough, but he's concerned about the cue ball becoming 2 cushions around the 9, 5, and 7. He may get snookered. He's just going to have to take a chance here. Oops. Wait a minute. Well, I'll tell you what, he can't hit this ball, but I think he's going to jump the cue ball. This shot lays almost absolutely perfect. He's going to try and elevate and jump the cue ball here. He has enough room. Now, what he's going to do is, if he's going to hit down on the cue ball, hitting about 20 to 25% of the white ball, and the cue ball is actually going to jump over the edge of the 5 and the 7 to try and make the 3. Well, wait a minute. Well, he didn't have to call his pocket, did he? You know, going back to the other match, I think that 3 ball, remember he missed the 2 playing Archer and made the 3. Look at this. Now watch this. He jumps the cue ball through there. Watch this. Hits the 3, and how do you like this? There you go.
And this is very similar to a shot he made, as you just mentioned, Mike, against Johnny Archer in the semifinals. He was going for the 2 ball. He missed the pocket entirely and came back and dropped the 3 ball by accident.
That could be an omen. I don't know here. Okay, now again he has a similar shot, just like he had in the 2 ball. He's forced. Look at this. Oh my! Wow. See again now. He had a shot. The cue ball was near the rail. He only could follow the ball, so he had to take a chance that he can make the 5, the orange ball, without getting snookered by the 7, which he's very close to. I don't think he can play this 5. It's very, very close. If he has to play it, I think he's going to have to play it in the corner pocket, which he's doing that. He can't play the 5, the orange ball, near the 8 in the side. The 7's in the way. So he's got to play the 5 in the corner, which is a very tough shot. This is a big shot. Now, see, this really isn't a long shot. People think that a long shot, because the ball's traveling length of the table, what determines a long shot is when the cue ball and the object ball are far apart. So it's really a short shot, but he has a severe angle on it. And when you're that close to the ball with a thin cut, it's tough to judge. You hit it perfect. Came 3 rails, bumped the 7. How do you like this? Now, he was probably trying to do exactly that. He tried to make the 5, draw the cue ball 2 or 3 rails, and run into the 7 ball. Looks like now see, he's got a straight-in shot in the corner, but he's elected to play the 7 in the side pocket to try and make sure he gets his angle for the 8. See, now a lot of people would have played that ball in the corner pocket and maybe wouldn't get an easier shot on the 8 ball, but that was the smart shot. Now he can play the 8. He's got the right angle to make the 8 ball. The cue ball will naturally come towards us for an easy shot on the 9. Very simple. 40, 50 years experience there. And there you have it.
Well, one man looks like he belongs on Little House in the Prairie. The other looks like he belongs on Miami Vice, and they are tied 5-all in the finals. Back. It is the Rifleman versus the Hatchet Man, and here Buddy Hall, the Rifleman, tied at 5-all on the break.
Well, that was a little unusual there. Now, we noticed that corner ball had been going in every break, but that time it didn't. And he's left Dennis a shot at the 1. He's a little frustrated there because, you know, after you get used to that, that's almost 2 matches in a row where the corner ball is going in every time, and all of a sudden it didn't go in, and Buddy had a strange look on his face there. He really couldn't believe it. Well, Dennis has a nice shot on the 1. What he's going to do is follow the cue ball. He wants to try and get somewhere in the center of the table. He's hit it absolutely perfect. Now, if he went a little too far, he may get snookered on the 8 ball. That's why, again, the speed of the shots is so crucial. All right, he's going to cut the 2 in very easy here. It's a thin cut, but I believe he'll make it. Ooh. He just dribbled that in. He's perfect on 3 of these tables. These Brunswick Black Gold Crowns have been playing absolutely perfect this week. The rails have been very consistent. You can see he just feathers the ball in very slowly. He had to hit it that easy, and he's got perfect position on the 3 ball. Okay, he played that ball. He just hit it firm, bounced off the rail. That's why the angles are so important again. You can see that line in the right-hand center of the table. That's where Buddy's been breaking from. It's kind of like a B line going right to the spot there. All right, now Dennis is elected to play the 5 in the corner. He could have even played the 5 for the side pocket, but he's elected to play the 5 in the corner, which I believe is the right shot. He's going to draw the cue ball back, and he has to make sure he goes far enough to not snooker himself on the 8, the black ball. He's done that perfectly. Even though he's on the rail, he would still rather be there than, let's say, being snookered on the 8. So he must make sure he goes far enough towards us to avoid the snooker.
Mike, Dennis is from upstate New York along with you. I know you've worked with him. Are you surprised that he's come this far at such an early age? Young?
I really am. I'll tell you what, I watched him play. He got so big, too. When I used to work with him, he was maybe up to my waist. Now he's gigantic. He made an unbelievable shot right there. Those shots, normally your nerves play a big part of shooting those thin cut, very soft rolling shots. But again, he is very impressive. You know, overnight he became an extremely top, not only a top player, but I believe he's going to be around for a long time.
And so the 20-year-old goes ahead now 6-5 in the finals of the U.S. Open 9-ball championship. That's about 110 pounds on the break, and here's about 200 pounds. Dennis Hatch makes 1 ball in the side pocket. That 8 ball is still spinning.
Now again, he elected to break from that side of the table. That looks like his girlfriend likes it there. He's not getting results from the side that Buddy's breaking on, so again, he's staying over there, and he made the 1 on the side, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a shot at the 2 ball. I think the 5, the orange ball, is right in his way. So that, again, is the breaks of the game. No matter where you try and position the cue ball, a lot of times you may not have a shot at the lowest numbered ball on the table. Now, here comes something very interesting. I don't even think we've seen one of these yet. I believe what he's looking at is on the opening shot, you can what we call roll or push the cue ball. That's one of our rules. If you don't have a shot on the lowest numbered ball on the table, you can actually roll the cue ball out using your cue stick. And the incoming player, which is Buddy, has the option of shooting or passing. So a lot of strategy comes into this shot. It's a tough push out there. He rolled it up, froze right on the rail. Buddy's going to get up now. When he was 20 years old, he might have looked at this, but I don't know now. That's a very, very tough shot.
The very likable, very agreeable Buddy Hall. Never rushes, a very deliberate player.
See, what's going on now, he could possibly make the 2, but there's no way he can get position on the 3, the red ball, which is right next to the cue ball. So what Buddy is doing now is he's looking to hit the 2 and play a safety. He's not even considering shooting the shot as per se, putting it in this right bottom corner pocket. He is looking to play a safety, but it's still a very difficult safety. So these are the choices that the players have to make, whether to shoot, whether to give it to his opponent. He's still looking at it.
Now, for the first time in this match, tactics come into it. Up until now, the players have been more aggressive, going for the... And so he does push. He returns it.
Yeah, so obviously with his experience, he knows this is a very tough situation. Now, see, that is a little inexperience. Dennis Hatch pushed out in such a tough spot that he almost made it impossible to really play a good safe or make the shot and win the game. This is a very tough situation. We'll see what he does. Okay, he's trying to play safe. Oh. See what happened there? Now, it was very tough to do that. He might have got away by going by the 5 ball, but even still, the 2 is near the pocket. He might have got a little unlucky there, but that was a very tough situation. But again, he opened the door for Buddy Hall. Buddy having a fairly easy shot on the 2, but his problem, again, is going to be getting position. That's going to be his toughest part of this shot. He has a very little angle on this ball. If he was straight, he could probably draw the cue ball right back. But he's got a little bit of an angle and not enough angle to go around the table. So we're going to have to see what he does to get to the 3 ball in this shot. He looks like he's following it with high right. Hit the cushion. See, now that's about as good as he could do. He doesn't have an easy shot, but he's settled for a much more difficult shot, but at least he's not snookered. Many times in 9 ball, you must do that. You can't always position the cue ball in such a way that you have easy shots. The nature of the game is a lot of times you have to settle for more difficult shots. You can see the 3 ball on the end rail, and the 4 is right there. Now, the 3, he's looking at just trying to pocketing the 3 right now if he's not even going to consider playing a safety. It looks like he's going to try and cut the 3 in. He's going to hit a lot of right-hand English and try and go around the table and drift towards the 4 ball. Now watch this, right English. He made the shot, which was incredible. See, he had to take a chance there. The most important thing was making the ball, and he played what we call general direction. He just tried to make the 3 and put the cue ball in a situation where he can do this. He's going to hit the 4 now and stick right behind the 9. Watch what he does here. More strategy. Now, see, that was a very smart play. Now, a lot of people may have tried some kind of a shot there. The most important thing he did was he pocketed the 3. He gave himself the benefit of the doubt of he didn't have maybe an easy shot on the 4, but at least he could hit it to figure out what to do, and you saw the results of it. So that was 30 years experience right there. Of course, Dennis, on the other hand, now he has to kick at the cue ball, hitting the cushion first. He must hit this ball. See, now, again, Buddy Hall's going to have cue ball in hand. Now, see, those are judgment calls pretty much. But I'll tell you the truth, I didn't like the way Dennis kicked the ball so hard. I think if he would have kicked it a little softer, he would have given himself a better chance of hitting the ball, and maybe something good would have come from that. So with Buddy's experience, what he did was he made the 3, snookered Dennis on the 4 ball, and now has cue ball in hand. But this game is far from over because, as you can see, the 8 and 9 are a little tied up. So we're going to have to see what happens as he plays this ball. All right, he's playing the 4. He looks like he's going to play the 5 in the side. He wants to make sure he has an angle on the 5 to come towards us. The lower part of the screen. He's going to try and play the 6 in the side after the 5 to break out the 8 and 9. That's how far in advance these players are thinking. So he'll play the 5, slide towards us. All right. Now see, that's perfect. He can play the 6, the green ball in the side pocket, as you can see from the overhead shot. The cue ball is naturally going to go right into the 8 and 9, and the 7 is hanging in the pocket, so really not too much can go wrong here. Whoops. I don't know if he can see the 7 or not. Now the 8 could be in his way. I guess he can see the 7 because he's getting right down to shoot at it. That was a very smart play. Played the 6, broke out the 8, 9, gives himself a chance to win this game. All right, he played the 7, played at 2 cushions. So he played the cue ball 2 cushions for an easy shot on the 8 in the side. Again, the speed was very important. He'll draw back to play the 9. Perfect. He made that rack look easy.
And there is the routine 9 ball. So after 14 games, we are tied dead even, 7 apiece. We began the week with 80 players. We are down to 2. And Buddy Hall is 1 game from being the champion. And again, he makes the ball on the break. Well, he doesn't like what he's left with.
Yeah, he made the 1 ball. He broke from his usual spot. And you can see the 2, the blue ball, he can hit it, but he doesn't have a pocket. The 5 ball just got in the way at the last minute and blocked the lower left-hand corner pocket. Now, I don't know if the 2 actually goes by the 8 to play it in that corner pocket. That is a very, very tough shot. It's almost a backwards cut shot. And I know Buddy doesn't want to play safe. When you're at this stage, you want to shoot at something. And if the ball has a pocket, no, he's shooting at it. The 2 goes by the 8. This is a very tough shot. It's almost a backwards cut. He made it. Well, that was a great shot. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh, my God. That's unbelievable, huh? Look at that. I'll tell you, he made an unbelievable shot. That's just hard luck there. He did not think that cue ball would go anywhere near the 8 ball, and look what happened. Watch this shot. He plays it, too. It's almost a backwards cut, hit it absolutely perfect, center of the pocket. The cue ball sliding over, and watch what this does. Oh, my. If it touches the 8 or goes a little bit below the 8, now, unfortunately, he's got a kick, which means he must hit the cue ball into the cushion. He has to hit this 3 ball, or it's cue ball in hand. That was really hard luck there. Oh, he almost made it. Wait a minute. I don't think Dennis can make it. I think he can hit it, but he can't make it. Of course, the ball almost went in. Look at it. If Buddy had made the 3, the 4 was right there. He probably would have run out.
What if he banks the cue ball?
Well, now Dennis has a shot. He can hit the 3. He can hit the 3, but I don't think he can cut it in that pocket. It's very close to the pocket. So. Yeah. So what he has to do is, hopefully he's got to try and play some kind of a safety here. He's got to play a safe. And that he did. Wait a minute. Oh, he almost made it. My hands are sweaty already from this. Well, he played a very good, you see the 3 is behind all these balls. It's right down here in the lower part of your screen. There's the 4 next, but the 4 and the 7 are actually in the way of either kicking or shooting directly at the 3 ball. You can see the 4, he can't really kick. The purple ball is in the way, and the 7 and the 5, the orange ball, are right directly in the way of the 3. I don't know what it looks like he's got a little gap. He can come right down here in between the 9 and the 3 with right English, and hopefully just hit the 3 and hope he leaves Dennis a tough shot. Well, let's see what he does. He's going to hit right English. Watch, hit the cushion. See, now he was trying to hit the other side of the ball. He hit that too deep. In other words, he hit the bottom of the 3 ball. If he'd hit the top of the 3, the cue ball would actually gone up table further and might have left Dennis a tough shot. So, but you notice the one thing, he kicked very softly. See, a lot of people would kick very hard, maybe try and luck the ball in or whatever. But he kicked very softly because if he hit the other side of the 3, he probably would have left Dennis in a very tough situation. So that's what was in his mind, even though he gave Dennis an opportunity to win this game. He's got a tough shot here, though. He's got to cut the 3 in. He's got to go 3 rails. Look at that, round the table. Wow. Now he's got his work cut out for him.
Well, I think he has to go for it. I think he feels, and rightfully so, that he must run the table now, because my sense is that if Buddy gets back up to the table again, he's going to win this tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've always played that way. I'm aggressive. I shoot at it. If it's a chance of playing a safety or shooting at it, I play it. And Dennis Hatch, just like Archer, they're aggressive players, and he's shooting at it. I can tell by the way he's cueing the ball. Tough shot. Huh. Look at that shot. That was you know how tough that shot was? He hit the cue ball went back and forth so fast, and the 4 just slid in. I mean, on camera you couldn't appreciate it. That was almost a 90-degree angle. Tough shot. Watch it. Look at this shot. Look. Oh my! Look at that. The cue ball's going back and forth 100 miles an hour, and the 4 just dribbles in right in the heart of the pocket. Under the circumstances, that was probably the toughest shot of the whole tournament so far. Well, here we go. He's got perfect shot on the 5. He's going to play the 5, follow down a little bit for the 6. All right. He looks like he's perfect. He's a kind of straight, but I believe he has enough angle there to get to the 7, the maroon ball at the top right portion of your screen. He can follow the ball with a little bit of high left English, or he can draw. It looks like he's going to follow a little high left to the cushion. English spins the cue ball up table, and he's perfect. Again, he's probably going to play the 7 in the corner pocket. He's got a little angle where the cue ball is going to go to his right. So he'll hit the cushion and come out again, hopefully in the center of the table. Again, center of the table, lined up. Absolutely perfect. He's going to play the 8, just roll the cue ball over or stop it, and play the 9 in the opposite corner. And it looks like we have a ball game here. There it is.
And now both men are on the hill. It is tied 8-8. After 80 players began the tournament, there are 2 left. They have the same number of games. One of them, after the next game, is going to be the U.S. Open 9-ball champion. This man has been playing pool for, maybe 9 years. Buddy Hall has been playing for 32. And yet right now, they are dead even.
Wow. Well, there's Dennis's father there. He's kind of shaking his head. He broke. Dennis Hatch broke. He hit him good. A ball didn't go in, and Buddy has an easy shot on the 1. The 2 is laying by the pocket. The balls are open, and we'll have to see what happens. You can see the 1 ball right there. The 2 is hanging in the pocket. 3 is out in the center of the table. There's nothing tied up. 4 is right near a pocket. The first 2 or 3 balls are in very good shape. I mean, it's just the luck of the way the balls roll. I mean, there's really nothing you can do about that. If a ball happened to fall, Dennis Hatch would be in control. But as it is, nothing went in. And Buddy's going to play the 1, hit the cue ball a little high left English. A little bit of left English. He wants to make sure he doesn't get snookered by the 4 ball. So he has you can see the 2 balls hanging right in the pocket. Buddy's got a lot of experience. He's made many runouts in his lifetime, and I'm sure he wants to make sure that this is going to be one of his finest. He hit that 2 ball perfect. He's got the 3. He's got a nice angle. You can notice he's going to play the 3 in the side. The cue ball, the white ball, is going to go up table. He's going to follow it, hit about the middle of the top rail, then come back down towards the center of the table to play the 4 in the corner. Now, again, he's looking ahead at the 5 ball also. Now, he's playing the 3. The 4 is the position shot, but he wants to get the angle to get to the 5 ball. So he's always thinking 3 balls ahead.
But I don't care who you are, no matter what the sport, when you come this close, getting the last ball, the last pitch, the last touchdown, closing out a match, the last point is always the toughest. So it's a little bit different than a little get-together on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here, even though it looks easy, but I guarantee you Buddy's heart's going 100 miles an hour. But like I said, he's been there so many times before, it doesn't... Look at this. Wait a minute. Wow. Look at the speed of that shot. Now, if he hit that a little harder or a little softer, he might not have got exactly that kind of a shot on the 5 ball. He's got to shoot this opposite-handed. He's taking a breath. This is not easy. He made it look that way, though. Somebody yelled out, "Buddy who?"
Consider that, Mike. Consider that, shooting left-handed, right-handed.
Yeah.
Would you ever see Jimmy Connors change hands on his serve?
That's amazing, especially in this part of the match. I mean, 8-8 going for the championship. I wouldn't want to be shooting opposite-handed. Again, he played the 6. I mean, you look how easy he made this run out look. It wasn't so easy under the circumstances, but he got in the right position, angle of each shot, and he's making it look absolutely perfect. He's going to play the 7, a little follow, bounce off the rail. He wants to make sure he's got a little angle on the 8 ball. You see he's got a nice angle on the 8. He's going to draw the cue ball. He doesn't want to go in the side pocket. He's drawing the cue ball over, and looky here, Dennis is... Well, Dennis maybe has next year. There it is. Take his time. Amazing.
And what a week this man has had. He had a miraculous comeback against Johnny Archer in the semifinals. And here in the finals, all the way down to 8-8, both men on the hill. Dennis did not drop a ball on the break, and from there, Buddy Hall, the rifleman, never looked back. Another routine day at the office for the rifleman. There is your 1991 U.S. Open 9-ball champion. It took nearly 200 games during the course of the week and 17 in the finals, and Buddy Hall has persevered. Mike, did you notice any turning point in this match?
Well, if you want to look back at a turning point, I believe that the push out where Dennis Hatch actually rolled the cue ball on the 2 ball that time, where he tried to play a safety, Buddy gave him the shot back. Dennis tried to play a safe, and he wound up giving Buddy an easy shot on the 2, which cost Dennis a few games. I think that was probably the big turning point, but this match was very close. It wasn't like the match with Archer and Buddy Hall earlier. It was very close, and it really got down to who got the breaks on the last particular game. You watch the break. If a ball had gone in, I think you might have seen a different U.S. Open champion.
But all in all, a marvelous week for the young 20-year-old. He has had a great run, and right now, Kevin Cusick is with him.
Dennis, first of all, congratulations on a great match.
Thank you.
You went 8-8, and you were breaking all night. The balls were falling for you on that 9th game. The possibility of you winning the 9th game, you just couldn't get a ball on the break.
Well, I think I should have maybe changed sides, because Buddy was breaking from the other side and making the corner ball every time. And when I'd break from there, I never made a corner ball once, so I figured I was breaking from the other side the whole tournament and making balls. So I figured I'd try it one last time, and it got me.
When you came out, you were playing a little bit quicker than Buddy. When Buddy came out, he seemed to slow the pace of the game down consistently. Did that affect you at all, sitting in the chair? Were you getting a little antsy? Was he making you a little more nervous as you had to sit for longer periods?
No, not really. I think that might have even helped me just to sit there and relax a little. But that's his type of game. I've been playing against him for a long time, and I'm used to it now.
It was your first television match here on ESPN. I want to congratulate you for
Thank
that.
you.
Tell me a little bit about what it was like. Did the pressure before the match affect you at all?
Well, I didn't have any pressure before the match, and I hit balls. I was fine. I wasn't nervous at all. And then when we started the match, it just hit me all of a sudden, and I just got real nervous. And, you know, once I'm here a few times, I'll get used to it.
Well, you took 8 games from him. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
For Buddy Hall, it was this kind of day as he cuts the 2 ball into that distant pocket. And right now, Kevin is with our winner.
Buddy, I heard you say it's always a pleasure to come here to the U.S. Open and play. Congratulations on your first championship.
Oh, thank you very much. I've been coming here a few years.
And it is always a pleasure when you're in this position.
It's always wonderful when you're in this position. I played really a great player in Dennis Hatch. The guy, he really come at me and come hard. And he played good. The only thing that happened during this match that didn't happen in the rest of the matches was it seemed like we both had our trouble getting our break guard started. But other than that, we done good.
He had his break was falling rack after rack in the beginning, and then yours started to go once again.
Right. I made a ball a couple times there in the middle, and he got a couple games ahead, and then I was lucky enough to catch back up. It was nick and tuck all the way. It was a great match.
You had right-hand English, left-hand English, over English, under English.
And English on both sides of it.
You certainly did. You used a lot of English in that match.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have to play all over the cue ball when you're playing, especially when you're playing great players. You just, that's part of the game.
When you went in 8-8, you're both on the hill. Either one of you could take the 9th game. He broke. He was sinking balls on the break all night long. And when he didn't, he kind of opened it up for you. What did you think going out for the last rack?
Well, I know the way the balls fell the last rack that it was really a good it was a good place to start from. Everything was laying out in the open. There was nothing tied up. All the balls would go in their own pockets. It was pretty much a basic run out, but under conditions 8-8 U.S. Open, it seems hard. But they laid real well, and I was tickled to have the opportunity.
Great. Congratulations. He's got several championships under his belt. He now has the 1991 U.S. Open all locked up. He's the new winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kim, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. So for wife Sherry and Buddy's 7 children, leave a light in the window. The big friendly champion is coming home. For Mike Sigel and Kevin Cusick, I'm Kim Prince. Thanks for being with us. See you next time.